MCA's resolution which you tabled today was accepted by the component parties in the
Okey, saya sekaligus menjawab soalan. Pertama-tamanya saya kata pada hari ini MCA telah diberi peluang untuk membentangkan resolusi sebagaimana yang telah dimandatkan oleh AGM Perhimpunan Agong MCA bertarikh 2 Disember 2018. Yang ni kita buat kali pertama mempunyai peluang yang mana salah satu agendanya ialah mendengar pembentangan. Ini ada atas dasar setiap komponen parti komponen mereka mempunyai hak masing-masing untuk mengutarakan apa juga cadangan pandangan. Dan kita sedar bahawa dalam konsep BN ini sejak perikatan lagi ia melalui satu proses yang dikatakan konsensus, iaitu sebarang keputusan dia bukan dengan undi majoriti atau veto. Ini bermaksud dalam keadaan di mana 3 parti yang masih dalam Barisan Nasional, apa juga keputusan mengenai masa depan hala tuju Barisan Nasional ini, kita sedar kita tidak boleh membuat sebarang keputusan secara unilateral. Itu sejak beberapa bulan yang lalu kita sedar bahawa ini adalah hakikat. Maka hari ini MCA sebagai mewakili pimpinan ataupun 3 wakil daripada MCA dalam Dewan Tertinggi Barisan Nasional telah membawa usul yang mana yang telah diluluskan di Perhimpunan Agong. Dan pada hari ini kita berpeluang untuk membentangkan. Dan seperti mana yang kita sedia maklum, mestilah direstui oleh rakan-rakan komponen yang lain. Jadi dalam keadaan di mana sebarang keputusan berlandaskan berkonsensus, hari ini tidak ada konsensus yang dicapai mengenai cadangan yang dibawa oleh MCA. Dan dalam resolusi itu sendiri, dalam bahasa Inggerisnya ataupun dalam bahasa Malaysianya, ialah untuk memberi mandat kepada jawatankuasa pusat untuk memulakan proses pembubaran BN dan untuk membentuk perikatan ataupun sebarang bentuk kerjasama. Okay? Ini antara perkataan yang digunakan dalam resolusi. Dalam bahasa Inggeris, to authorize the CW, the Central Committee, to commence the process of dissolution of BN and to reforge new coalition. Ini adalah ayat ataupun resolusi yang telah diluluskan. Dan kita bawa hasrat ini daripada akar umbi untuk kita sampaikan. Saya tidak mahu semua pihak mempunyai satu tanggapan yang salah. Kita sebenarnya MCA ini dengan MIC sekalipun, apa yang kita bangkitkan tempoh beberapa hari ini, dan tidak tu Wiki boleh kesahkan, kita ini masih lagi berperanan sebagai pembangkang. Dan apa yang kita cadangkan itu berdasarkan kepada kita perlukan ruang yang lebih besar untuk kita masing-masing dari segi menyuarakan pandangan, dan kita melihat apa yang telah diperihalkan oleh kedua-dua parti tadi. Dan sekurang-kurangnya pada hari ini kita berpeluang untuk membawa apa juga rintihan masalah daripada kita yang kita telah secara bulat-bulat sampaikan kepada pihak Dewan Tertinggi Barisan Nasional. Dan saya tahu, saya kata kita kena hormat prinsip itu, iaitu tiada konsensus, maka kita tidak boleh melakukan secara unilateral. Dan jawatankuasa akan ditubuhkan untuk melihat perkara termasuklah meninjau spirit ataupun perkara-perkara yang dibangkitkan oleh MCA dan MIC. Dan dari situ kita akan lihat sama ada apa cadangan yang akan dibawa. Dan saya selaku Presiden Parti, oleh kerana ini adalah satu resolusi, saya rasa terpanggil untuk bawa balik kepada jawatankuasa pusat MCA yang akan bersidang, iaitu pada 17 hari bulan, 9 hari dari hari ini, dan kita akan maklumkan perkembangan terbaru mengenai perkara ini kepada ahli jawatankuasa pusat. Jadi itu setakat ini yang boleh saya beritahu. Dan tadi juga kita memperakukan jawatan-jawatan. Kita berlandaskan kepada perlembagaan Barisan Nasional. Jadi sebab itulah tadi kami berdua kita telah membuat pengesahan jawatan mana yang perlu disahkan, mana yang perlu kita perakukan telah dibuat oleh kita bersama dengan rakan-rakan dekat UMNO. Kerana 3 parti dalam Dewan Tertinggi, sebarang cadangan itu perlu diperakukan dalam Dewan Tertinggi. Jadi saya rasa 2 perkara yang ingin saya terangkan, uraikan secara jelas.
Dato' Sri, what about your statement 4 days ago saying that MCA and MIC are moving on and exploring new alliances? Are you still going forward with that?
Okay, can you read the complete sentence from paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Why resulted in the final sentence?
So now that Nazri Aziz is no longer
No,
suspended,
that really triggered the controversy between the 2 parties, or the 2 parties, how they feel, how they felt at the time. I think it was already clearly stated in the statement. So we wanted at least some action need to be taken, and we need to see Barisan Nasional to return to its original intent. I think this is important because for any coalition, or whether you talk about now or later on, it must be based on some core value. Okay, what is the core value of Barisan Nasional Perikatan so far? I think it's the togetherness, the spirit of togetherness, and also to respect the federal constitution. I think this is important. Therefore, in this meeting, you cannot unilaterally enforce something. You must get a consensus from others. And you can always talk and to achieve some consensus, right? So I think not only for this, what you call the resolution that we propose today, for any other matters, and do the grievances faced by any community, that must be taken seriously by the authority, by the what you call top management of Barisan Nasional.
Dato' Sri, so in other words, you're happy that Dato' Sri Tengku Adnan has been reinstated back to his
Not to
position?
say happy or not happy, because you have to follow the constitution. He has been there, and in fact, his nomination as the Secretary General was proposed by Ong Katik. Subsequently, I was seconded by Susami Velo. Imagine at that time, until and unless he resigned from Barisan Nasional, or any new nomination from the council by the chairman of Barisan Nasional, and to be endorsed by the Dewan Tertinggi, then the process is complete. So I think we need to reaffirm his appointment. Or today we make Rakwat is the Secretary General of Barisan Nasional.
And Sri, Vicky, we have
Sir?
anything
No
to
problem.
say?
I don't have anything to say. If you got anything to ask
Okay,
me?
what about the UMNO's Barisan, UMNO is part of Barisan. Their explanation on their cooperation with PAS, how both parties, MIC and MCA, taking it?
You first, sir?
The cooperation between UMNO and PAS actually has got on UMA and on the Malay interest is it's got nothing to do with Barisan Nasional. They are working to get togetherness between Malays in the stand of Malay rights and Islam. But in the sense of working together as a political party, obviously they are not joining Barisan Nasional, and they have no intention of joining Barisan Nasional. And Barisan Nasional is not opening any membership, and I don't think that is the question arises. But working with PAS on the opposition front, I think everybody has agreed that on the opposition front, and with when if it's kebaikan sejagat, we do not have a problem. We have worked with PAS. I personally have visited, even my friend Dato' Sri Ma, as well as Dato' Sri VIGNESWARAN is not. I visited PAS, Dato' Sri Guru Adiawang, and I've said that again, that so many times, again and again, that MIC is willing to work with PAS. MCA has got a different stand in respect of working with them as it is now. But on the opposition front, they have got no problem working against common interests as an opposition front. So basically, there's no problem between UMNO having a working relationship with PAS.
Doesn't MCA and MIC feel that there will be a backlash or objection from the grassroots?
You see, as long as I think I've For the past 1 year, I've explained it in the last AGM that my working relationship with PAS, MCA has got a perception. I think Dr. Sri will explain. They on the working together as it is now. I don't think they have, and he has made it very clear. But they're not against PAS. They're not against Islam. They're not nothing like Nafsawa. I think the best he answers that. But working on opposition front, that means BN and PAS against Pakatan, I think is very well we in the game now.
But as far as MCA is concerned, first of all, this is not to accept any other party, including PAS, into Barisan Nasional. Therefore, as rightly pointed out by Vicky, this is not the issue. Okay? As to the new membership into the Barisan Nasional, I will make it very clear, it is not the intention of PAS as well to join BN. Okay, first. Secondly, I must say the MCA stand is very clear. We must observe the spirit of Barisan Nasional. We uphold the federal constitution. And during the meeting also, I say this again and again. We have no problem to work with any parties, including PAS, if it is for the benefits of the people based on the universal values. For instance, at one time, when I mentioned the abolition of the death sentence, the government should not do it in a very rash way. Yeah. Subsequently, past leaders also say the same thing. If we are on the same pace, the same issue that concern the people, according to the NST, 83% are against the decision of the government to abolish this. Are we saying that there's no room for us to work together? This is obviously the grievance, the voices of the people. I think there's no problem if it is based on the issue, and it must be issue based, right? Secondly, the what they call whatever cooperation between UMNO and PAS, it is within UMNO as a party and PAS, all right? As long as it does not contravene with the what they call federal constitution, that's okay, within the context of the federal constitution. So at this juncture, they're working together as two parties working together for the benefits of the race and religion. As long as it is within the context of the federal constitution, we have no problem. Right?
But Ansri, what if, like, because when UMNO and PAS cooperate together and PAS go into election, PAS has always been about enforcing hudud and building a negara Islam. And if you vote for PAS, you're basically voting for those two things. Is Barisan Nasional okay with it? Is MIC and
Is Amana against it?
No, first of all, you must know that who is the government.
My question is very simple. Is Amana different from PAS? If it's not, I think your question is irrelevant.
Okay, let me ask you one question, yeah? If you say about any bill or 355, who is the government now? Pakta Harapan. Who is the minister in charge? Okay, unless Mujahid want to do that. Okay, you ask the government first.
No, that is one thing. A lot of things I must say. I mean, to be fair, we've got a working relationship. I'm not talking for my friend here. Pakatan, we've got Amana. Amana is the same principle as PAS. They are working together with DAP. They're working with DAP is working with PPM, which is a race-based party, which has got no issues. Now, they work 2 elections. DAP has worked with PAS 2 elections. I mean, when they do marriage, it becomes legal. When we want to do a marriage also, it becomes illegal, is it? The fact of the matter, one must realize, we are not going to put up with all this kind of bull now. It works both ways. Two can play the game. If DAP can work, then you should go and ask DAP first before you come and ask us. Because the fact of the matter is, a lot is based on perception. When they do something, it's okay. When we do something, it's a big thing. What is the big thing about? The big thing is about PAS is an Islamic country. That is their values. And if they can absorb us as a non-Islam, religious on religion as well as other race, what is the big problem? We are learning from DAP. We are learning from Pakatan. And thank you very much. They taught us well.
Okay. On this matter, let me say one thing, important. We have not, MCA has not signed any agreement with any party including PAS, as what Guan Eng did on the 29th of April 2013. Okay? We had no opportunity to hug any PAS leaders, as what both father and son did. Okay? So that's why we want to make it very clear, as what Tan Sri Vicky said. MCA stand is very clear. I do not have to repeat here, right? Within the context of the federal constitution. Okay, I hope you understand, and I hope there's no one will misquote me. Oh, we are okay with the cooperation. Please, today it is not about BN and PAS. It's UMNO and PAS. They work as the two parties. They work together. Okay.
One last thing. This is very important that you must understand that the MCA's resolution and the grievances by MIC and why we stood with MCA to actually come up with a decide whether we want to remove it or not. It is not a small grievance. It's a very long basis for 20 years, 30 years grievances. And these grievances we brought it up today, and that is why the committee was set up. This Barisan National Chairman, Tomat, is actually very accommodating. There was no reason for us to actually talk about resolution because we see there's room to maneuver for both parties, and we see that UMNO is opening itself to accommodate and to come up with this committee to look into it and then see what are the new era is going to be, the new working relationship by the findings by this committee, which will be tabled in the Supreme Council and be adopted locally.
So anyway, I must bring back to the Central Committee of MCA on the 17th, and I'll seek guidance from them. Right?
So this raises one last question. Will MCA and MIC actually work together with PAS in the next election, if for support's sake?
But what do you mean by work together?
Come to it.
But if they want to campaign for each other in the elections.
No, okay. Let me ask you one question. If I contest in one constituency, they contest. You can say that that they don't work with each other.
I mean, in areas that they don't contest, where BN is contested.
No, I have not finished my sentence. What if the Chinese area, they know majority is Chinese, they don't come in? Does it mean they don't work together or otherwise? You cannot make that assumption. But for the other, our rival will treat, look, they have their pakat, they work together, they collaborate, whatsoever. But you have to be very careful. Unless you give me a very specific situation, then only I can tell you. As far as in the name of, for the betterment of all Malaysians, we can work with GPS or any party, and it must be based on universal values and which in line with the federal constitution. This one will make it very clear from day one. All right?
On the part of MIC, I must tell MIC, we've got no problem working with PAS. And if you look at the statistics, this is not MCA. MCA, they've got different things that you must look at it. As for MIC, we are working, we have agreed to work with PAS, we will work with PAS. And if you look at the statistics, PAS and UMNO garner something like about 73% of the votes. I can only see it's beneficial to MIC. So definitely will work. I'll work. I mean, my party will work. For MCA, I think they've got a different perception and they're working towards it. Like what he says, as long as it is an opposition front, it's going to bring benefit and for the according to the constitution, why not? And hopefully, we have a working relationship.
So that also is specific example. If there was a by-election and PAS was standing, will MCA help campaign?
There's no such scenario now. Don't ask me now. How can I get
cross the bridge when it comes to it?
Will MCA campaign for Tok Mat in Ratau?
As of now, we are still part of the end. And even as an opposition, I don't intend to jump ship, I'm still opposition MP. So as opposition, it is very normal for us to help our fellow opposition. Am I right? Are you telling me that, look, you should campaign for the other side? Right?
You can stay in.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.